Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange. Again, we are carrying on with the frigates and all that good stuff, and we are up to the last one, which is the first one you get, which is kind of unfortunate because I should probably have done this one first and then the rest. But needless to say, we are dealing with the FG300. And it's actually not bad overall as a package. The multi-role, okay, fair enough. The multi-role's pretty terrible. Pretty much any other of the frigates that you pick up an A variant of will out-damage this thing a million times over. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but the armoured and the recon types are actually pretty decent. The armoured type, you can build like 15 of the friggin' things, and you can have so many of them out front. You just have this wave of stuff that they have to get through to get to your ships in your mid-row and rear row with a direct fire. And that's quite funny to watch. So yeah, you can just use them as like a FG300 screen. I've seen a couple of people doing it, and it's funny. And it does, to an extent, it works, you know. If you're missing Special Carillion, run the Armoured Type FG300. Run 15 of them. They're only 3 CP. Just do it. Recon Type, it's the best Recon, in my opinion. I prefer it over the Carillion for the most part. The Carillion's got some added little bonuses that it has, you know, a little bit more damage. It's got the dodge rate built in and stuff like that. So it does a little bit better than the Recon in survivability, but they're both similar sort of movement speeds, so you're not really missing out too much taking the Carillion Recon as you are just using the FG300 Recon. It hasn't got quite enough dodge rate for it to be sort of the front row tank compared to the Carillion's Recon. So this is why I would suggest, as a Recon ship, a one of in fleet, the FG300 is the better ship for that role. Needless to say, let's talk about the FG300 and what to do with it. So first off here, I would 100% certainly go straight into the armor, increasing the ship HP by both, because it is a very squidgy ship at the end of the day. Once you've done that though, its movement speed and stuff's all fine at the, you know, at base, so I wouldn't really touch that. I'd go straight into the weapon system, ignoring the rapid fire cooldown though, and picking up the, where is it? Hit rate against frigates, destroyers. You can pick up both of those. You can then pick up both the cooldowns. You can then pick up both the damages, so you got 6 there. I think this thing's got like 8 slots or something. 2, 4, 6, 7 slots. Leaves you 1 slot free. Honestly, up to you. You could potentially take the interception here. There is an argument for taking a hit rate against the fighters and corvettes. There is an argument for actually taking the rapid fire in that last 7 slot, and it's just because you have so many slots, you've picked all the important stuff already anyway, so it's not like you're giving something good up. So yeah, feel free to actually pick up the rapid fire as your last potential. I personally like running the intercept on it, just in case. It might knock in and increase the survivability ever so slightly, which is, you know, a nice thing in itself. So there you go. That's pretty much the FG300, the multi-role version. We have the propulsion system here. Picking up the ship evasion, it's not much, but it's enough. And then, again, cruising a warp speed, completely dependent on whether you need it to fly faster in cruise or fly more in warp, depending on the fleet composition that you are going for. The armor type, pretty much the same as the multi-role. We're going to go into the MS reinforced armor. You have 4 slots here, picking up all of the increased ship HP. It has got a bonus increased HP over the base. So these increased ship HPs are going to help out even more. And then finishing off with one of the physical resistances. Isn't necessary straight off the bat. You can pick that up a little bit later on. But the increasing that ship HP will keep it around on that front line a little bit longer. You can then go over into the weapon system. It's pretty much exactly the same as the last one, to be honest with you. You want to pick up the hit rate for the against the frigates, destroyers, then the cooldown, and then you'll be finishing off with cannon damage, giving you 6 points. Again, we can put 7 mods in this, so you can pick up the rapid fire or the intercept. I actually quite like like I said, with the multi-role, the intercept on this one, for exactly the same reason. There is no evasion on this ship at all. So really what you want to do with the cruising speed and warp speed is completely up to you. This thing can actually get pretty damn fast, up to a point where it's even, you know, worth considering potentially using these as your recon ships, because they will pretty much outclass the recon type FG300 in battle. So if you are looking for a recon hunter, the FG300 Armored's actually not a bad shout in that role. We then go over to the Recon Ship, and first off, my recommendation here is if you are going to use this in a fleet, picking up the ship evasion will help you a little bit. It has got a base of 20%. Like I said, it's not as good as the Carillion, but getting these extra 2% here, which is an extra 8%, so an extra 16% brings you to 36% evasion. So it's not bad, but again, like I said, the Recon Carillion can actually push higher than that. Here, again, we're at a base of 1,100 cruising speed. Just grab the cruising speed on this, and you are good to go to use these as a recon ship as and when you want. For the weapon system, again, you're going into hit rate a little bit, and then you're going to take the cooldown, and then the damage, and then it's up to you again, either picking up the intercept, or in this case, the rapid fire strategy as and when you want. That's pretty much it. There is the extra armor system here. You can pick up the 2% HP, but after you've already picked up the sort of evasion and stuff like that, and the fact that you're probably not using this for combat, I'd probably ignore the the ship HP here till a little bit later on. You can do the ship HP potentially before you do the weapon system. It'll give it a little bit more sort of ability to stay around. But again, if it is getting hunted by armored type FG300s or literally anything else, it's going to die very, very rapidly, even with its evasion up. So the extra HP is not going to help all that much, but it is something to be aware of that you can pick up at some point. Again, finishing that with one of the extra physical resistances, which is not going to really do all that much here at all. So there you go, that is it, and that's it for the frigate. So we will be moving on to the cruisers, no, not the cruisers, the destroyers next. And we'll be doing it in that order as well. So Ceres, Guardian, Tundra, Aldebaran, Taurus, AC-721, Ares, Qua, and the Winged Hussar. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. I am missing a couple of variants here, I think. Yeah, I'm like friggin'... game hates me so much. I'm on my 8th server and it doesn't give me any of the Tauruses, like anything, and I don't even have the the aircraft version of the Tundra. But oh well, what can you do? So again, that's it for the frigates. I will be starting to work on the destroyers. It might take a little bit longer to get those going, but yeah, it will get done at some point as soon as I possibly can. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.